piracy is a global challenge, but we're happy that here it's being confronted, and Lagos State is working closely with the federal government, to make sure that creators of content, creators of our works, especially in Nollywood, reap, from the labor of their sweat. The Honorable Minister for Tourism, Culture and Information, Alhaji Lai Mohammed, recently constituted a committee, with the Inspector General of Police. We are having a unit of that in Lagos State. The Office of the Attorney General is involved, the Lagos State Census Board is involved, the Office of the Commissioner of Police is involved, and of course the Office of the Chairman of House Committee on Tourism, Honorable Desmond Elliott, who is also an actor. So we are all working to make sure that we curb terrorism. Pirates. Pirates are not masquerades. They are largely people even from the industry, and therefore we need the assistance and the partnership of the professionals and the guild heads themselves to identify the bad eggs, to show them to the police, so that we can work together in bringing this menace, to the barest minimum. You may not be able to totally eliminate piracy. It's frankly speaking, even in the US, there are still little vestiges of tourism, of piracy. But we are determined to make sure that when films go to the cinema first, you have your runs, nobody pirates your film. It is the DVD and the VCD market that is the issue, and we are confronting that headlong. So we have realized that oil is not the savior. See what happened 2-3 years ago. All of a sudden, the prices of oil crashed, and we have been an economy that has depended on only one product. Agriculture built all the structures that we have across the western region. Groundnut did for them in the north. Coal did for them in the east. But because oil came, people became complacent. Governments neglected other areas where we can work. And Lagos has seen that even while we were not oil producing, even though now, we've struck oil, we know that 5, 10, 15, 20 years down the line, oil might not be what you would need anymore. Oil and gas. Yes, it will be there, it will bring in some money, but we are happy that even before oil came, Lagos has been able to generate 70% of what we need, internally. And we are saying that which industry can accommodate our teeming youth? When people finish from other states and there are no jobs, guess where they come? It is Lagos. So we need to take care of people. We need to look after millions and millions of people. Banks cannot take all of them. Oil and gas cannot take all of them. Civil service cannot take 200,000 people. Therefore, people with ideas, with talent, with skills, with creativity, that's the new oil and gas in terms of value and asset. That's why we have said that we need to put in everything to develop it. In any case, look at California. California 2 years ago used to be the 7th largest economy in the world. Now California is the 5th largest economy in the world. It has overtaken the UK, the same way that Lagos is the 5th largest economy in Africa. Why is California big? It's big because of Hollywood. It's big because of a digital economy. And those are the things that we want to concentrate on. Because when you can no longer depend on federal locations, and our target is that in 3 years' time, we want everything that will come from Abuja to be bonus. Creative economy, commerce will be our own oil and gas here. And we are determined to ensure every infrastructural architecture that will make that happen. We are ready to provide support for them. Well, of course, that Lagos has always worked with other states. Look at what we did with Lake Rice, with Kebbi. And then look at what we did with Kano in terms of Lagos-Kano Economic Summit. So Lagos cannot dictate to you what to do. But Lagos will show by example. We will lead by example. And we believe that if you see that it has worked in Lagos, other people should be able to copy it. But then it doesn't have to be the same thing that we have to do. Other states will have to identify their own strengths, and exploit it so that people. Ogun State says is the industrial capital of the country, and that's good. And you can see that it's one of the 3 biggest IGR economies in Nigeria. Each state will have to identify where you are good at. Lagos knows that we mean business when it comes to the arts, entertainment, and commerce. We won't let that go, but let others also, identify their own niche.
As a communicator, I would not have communicated if I've said it in a book. Because the way I'm dressed, you permit me. So I have to move it in English language. Thank you very much for granting me that privilege. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I must say it's been a success story, and we must give it to God, and we must also give it to the visionary, the man who saw it early 3 years ago when he was talking about this. Many people never gave him a chance. While Martin Luther King also was dreaming there, so many people never believed in him. But today we have all seen that without any doubt, the oil and gas of any nation today is really the tourism industry. And within the last 3 years, it has been multitude of results all over. We must give it to the ass-loving governor, God-given governor. People have celebrated him with so many names. That's the man who has made it possible. He has provided the enabling environment, and more is still to come. So, ladies and gentlemen, can we please put our hands together?